Mercury, your ruling planet, Virgo, is headed into Libra. Perhaps the only sign where it's actually more convincing than when it is in Virgo, where it just came from. So two scores in your favor here. This is another great time for you. In fact, I think you may get further when Mercury goes into Libra, because the way that you speak becomes so much more diplomatic and considerate of others' feelings. It's impossible for them to not listen. You won't get any less critical. You'll just find a way to say it nicer. You also will be believed. Let's put it that way. Yeah. There is a track that you're on. There is a soul purpose that you're on. Maybe I'm channeling some of that Mercury and Libra energy right now, because you can be very scattered and all over the place too, with your words and your thoughts, because so many thoughts are coming at you all at once. Sometimes it's hard to pick which one you give your focus to, since when Mercury is in Libra, it wants to be so diplomatic. It wants to give everybody equal time. It wants to give all these thoughts equal time. You know, when Mercury goes into any air sign, it just loves thoughts. It loves new ideas, and it loves equal conversation and finding equals. And it doesn't really love to settle for anything less than somebody that can keep up that intellectual kind of that intellectual level with you. I feel like you're willing to expand in a way, to find new people to talk to. But in many other ways, you're still shutting down. You know that the people around you can't keep up with you. You don't feel that they are equals. But simultaneously, you are also not ready to journey out to get new friends or meet new people. But there is a recognition, Virgo, that you are not with the people that you belong with. They just don't inspire you or excite you the way that you need to be excited. There are challenges. No. There are opportunities, but they're challenging you. They're challenging you because they're asking you to step out of your comfort zone, and you don't want to. And there is a level of stubbornness here that wants to remain in control and dictate exactly when you step out of your comfort zone. But the opportunities arise when they arise. And the conflict is coming from within, because a part of you very much wants to jump on it, because it very much wants to be in the presence of something that engages you the way that you want to be engaged, that challenges you the way that you want to be challenged. But there's a doom and gloom prospect ahead. You're worried about something, and so you're holding yourself restrained. You're so almost ready to step out into that wide world. I just saw 333 at the bottom of the screen. So this is like divine intervention, divine message. Yes, yes. Virgo, you're ready to step out. It's your time to step out, but you're not ready. There's a part of you that still wants to stay home and focus on very small things, on the things that are immediate. It's your safety zone. It's your comfort zone. You want to stay in your comfort zone. Well, what can you do in your comfort zone to utilize all that kind of unique expansion that's happening in you right now? Well, practice talking to yourself. Practice having those intellectual conversations with yourself. If it actually seems insane for you to do it out loud, then just write it down. I remember in the moon messages, go watch the moon messages, because auditory writing came up for you. There's a sense of you need to get back to writing. You need to be able to be active doing something and using your words that can also be passed on and keep you at a safe distance from people. There is that sense of being more diplomatic, finding a way to say something, almost like ghostwriting, finding a way to say something without having to own the responsibility for having said it. Um, most of you, it's not in a malefic way. Most of you, it's just in a way that you don't want to get your hands dirty and you don't want to get in any trouble. You don't want to hurt anybody. So you're trying to find very diplomatic way to put very um, tough criticisms or pointing out something that somebody had done without calling them out on it, you know, because you just don't want this person to take it, be sensitive. You don't want to mow a person down. There's a very tender situation happening. There's a very tender situation happening, a very volatile situation happening between maybe you and somebody that's very close to you. You want somebody to feel appreciated, but I think that the person that say thank you, love your body, and rise and shine. I feel like it's like there's this sense here that you need to feel more appreciated. And that's the heart of your criticism, is you're becoming deconstructive because somebody feels at a distance from you. Somebody feels like they don't appreciate you, and you just feel really underappreciated. As if almost in a sense you're just not seen or looked at. This is at home. I think in terms of outside, like in your social groups or your business groups, your professional groups, there is this wonderful sense of we want you more, we want you closer, we want you to do more. But at home, where it's most important to you, you're feeling really good about yourself, but underappreciated by somebody else. Say thank you is here. And at first I thought Virgo needs to be more appreciative, right? Virgo needs to just show somebody that you care, like demonstrate your love. But it's really you. It's really you that you need to demonstrate your love to. It's an acceptance of the way that you look and who you are. I think you've been very derogatory lately. So there is a strong call to use your power of words now to heighten your own sense of self-worth. It's almost like there's a split personality. You have such courage and strength that stands behind your beliefs and your convictions, but at home, where the heart is, in your heart space, it's like you're waning, like you have less confidence, maybe diminished confidence. That comes from, in a way, over analysis of the situation. Maybe you've been stuck at home too long, and I know that you may be very worried to step outside of boundaries that you've established and make you feel comfortable, make you feel very much in control, allowing outsiders to come into your space, or even you to go into, and you don't want to go into that unsafe territory. Rise and shine, starting the day off with self-love and appreciation. Say thank you to your body. Love your body. Help your body heal. Be good to your body. So this is, because you are an earth sign, you using the physical, which is your physical body, as a means to conduct or change the vibrations in your house, to change sort of the mentality. No, stop. To change the energy in your house. You're using your body. You're starting with yourself. You're starting with yourself, and you're shifting how you look at yourself and what you say to yourself and how you speak to yourself. And at first you may have to fake it till you make it, but ultimately there's a sense of saying I love you. It's like thanking yourself. Loving your body, loving who you are every single morning. That's what the message is. Get up and tell yourself 3 things about yourself that you love. Be very self-appreciative. I mean, there is a confidence level in yourself that is wonderful. It's also a sense of shoving people away and bringing them in, being very controlling of the crowd. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. You know your direction, but in some ways you're undermining yourself. Council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. I honestly feel like you're blocking yourself from these divine messages because you don't feel comfortable with them. You don't feel comfortable with things that don't make sense. It's like, yes, you're setting all of these boundaries. You're loving boundaries. You're loving the ability to have control and tell people yes and no. Sort of shift people around you. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. There's a resistance here. There's a resistance toward a more spiritual connection, a more spiritual connection with others. You just don't want to move out of your comfort zone. But your comfort, the more you don't want to move out of your comfort zone, the more uncomfortable your comfort zone is becoming, because you're actually in some way subconsciously calling yourself to move out of your comfort zone. You're not satisfied with your comfort zone anymore. It's too small for you, Virgo. It's too small for you. You got to get the fuck out of it. Your comfort zone is actually smothering you. Now, the first place to start, number 1, is waking up every single morning and loving yourself better and starting to appreciate yourself. Because if you continue to depreciate yourself, you'll continue to be sadder and more bitter and vibrating lower. And you can start every morning changing those vibrational shifts, changing those vibrations in your house. If you started to feel like your home is not a happy place, it's because you are bringing your energy of criticism, self-criticism, self-loathing, and it's just filling the house. So there's got to be an energy shift. Part of the energy shift, though, is asking, get out of your house. Move out, keep going, go beyond those boundaries that you have felt so comfortable. And when I mean your house, it could be your literal house, or it can be your whatever you feel comfortable in. You're being pushed outside those boundaries, and then you're also saying no. But what you're penning yourself in does not hold the intellectual stimulus that you need. You're not. You're almost self-suffocating. Let's move on to the main message. Hold on. First card out, set healthy boundaries. And look at this, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? This is a sense of, well, this would imply that you're not, no, I have to say what I fucking need to say. And it's been really bugging me so much. The boundaries that you're setting are literally, you're pushing everybody away. And that's why they're unhealthy. Your solution to this issue, Virgo, has just been to treat everybody the same. Establish too many boundaries, too many boundaries, too many boundaries. Because you feel vulnerable. You feel susceptible. You feel like you have to constantly be on guard and constantly protect. But the truth is, you don't want to keep everybody out. The problem is you are keeping everybody out. Because it's becoming just your safety zone, right? What you fall back on. So the boundaries that you've set are not healthy. They're either too high and too thick, or they're not at all. There's either a sense of, yes, I'm going to bring you all in, or no, I'm going to keep you all out. there's this sense of like imbalance when it comes to how you're setting boundaries. And I think most of you are walling yourself in. A sense of finding a compromise, embrace the in-between. This is Libra energy, finding a compromise at home. Because you know you've been through this before, especially in the home space, especially with your partnership. You've been through this before where you literally just like ended up getting stampeded, ended up like sort of like rallying everybody against you. So it's almost like you know this, you're wiser now. And you're finding better ways to put things, more diplomatic ways to speak, or more diplomatic ways to be in your home. It is a Baryshnikovian way of tiptoeing. But you need an outlet. I think you're just really sick of tiptoeing. You want to be able to just say what's on your chest, say what you need to say. You're worried about how that will impact this home space, this space that is very important to you, but that you've also confined yourself in and you're kind of stuck in. It's like all you have. That's part of the problem. You're letting it be all you have, and that's not all you have. You're not taking the opportunities that are being presented to you. People want you. They're asking you to work with them. They're asking you to work for them. They're asking for your advice. But you're all like, no, I can only be here. You're blocking out this abundance, and I'm not sure why. And that's what's frustrating me. But I think it has to do with you really being critical and being embarrassed of yourself and not loving yourself the way that you should, not feeling good enough for these opportunities that are coming in. Spirit is divinely guiding you, and he's divinely guiding you through the spoken word, because this is Virgo energy. Believe in yourself. Spirit already has the message. Spirit has a plan. Dive in deep. Dive in. There's a way to get around this fear. And that way is how Spirit is guiding you. And it has to do with the written word. It has to do with putting one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Seeds that were planted in your head maybe a long time ago, maybe many years ago. You have to just dive into it. And I'm saying writing because of those moon messages that I got for you. Writing is that perfect way to be able to say what it is you need to say, but also really have to think before you say it. Because you don't just put written word down on the page, because it never makes any sense. There's an editing process. There's that time before anybody sees it or reads it for you to go over and make sure everything is worded exactly the way that you want it to. So you can be very restrictive, you can be very critical, but you're also applying those aspects of your character to a very in a place where they're going to be so useful. Plus there's something that you need to get out. You have to get it either off your chest or out of your head, because this really seems like divine inspiration, like your brain is about to explode because you've just realized or witnessed realities. And you need an outlet for that, but you won't let yourself like say it out loud. This is a way to say it out loud and not having to be in the room while it's said out loud. Love is all around, and claim your independence. So this is Gemini energy, and this is Aries energy. So it's two energies that are very self-confident. Sometimes Gemini can't make up their mind at all, and Aries never has a problem making up their mind. It's like they don't even think about it. They just trust in themselves. But this is both energies where they both agree is there to be more playful, to have more fun, to allow yourself the pleasure of what gifts you that sort of expanded heart, that openness that you need. I almost feel like there's an opportunity, because this is energy, right? This is energy and where you place your energy, Aries energy. And And then Gemini is all about inspiration, artistic inspiration, communication, a sense of music. I say that to you guys a lot too. Playing music can change the tone in your house. And I think it's actually music that you need to turn on in order to feel calmed, mellowed, and also help to direct your energy the way that you want it to be vibrating. If you play that music externally, it will help to focus your energies. And you can dictate the focus through the music. So allow yourself those outside aids. And then just jump in. Wow. It's almost impossible to ask you guys to step outside of your comfort zone. But that's exactly what Spirit is doing. And it's almost like it's being brilliant and saying, okay, jump into a comfort zone to step outside of your comfort zone. It's like jumping into a life raft to step outside of the main boat. It's a sense of there's still that familiarity. You're taking that sense of familiarity with you. But there has been a sense of you feeling very vulnerable about something. And that's really what I want to discuss with you before I move on to the angel messages. You feel wide open. You feel criticized. You feel split open. You feel vulnerable. And you feel underappreciated. You don't feel seen or recognized. That's what you feel. And maybe you've been tiptoeing too much. You need to hear that people appreciate you. That's what this is. That's what it is. You need to hear that people care about you, that people think that you are beautiful. You need to wake up to good morning beautiful every day. And it's not. You're not. And it's tearing you apart inside. But for some reason, you don't want to confront it. You have to confront it. I almost feel like you're going to start writing a fucking story about everything that's going on in your life right now. This is almost like divine inspiration. And if it's not about writing, it's another kind of communication. Could be music. You could be writing songs. It's almost like stepping back into your divine gifts is helping you break the chains and break the boundaries that you basically are suffocating yourself with. So you don't actually have to go. It's like you're breaking the boundaries, but you actually still don't have to step outside of them. You're finding a safe way to release yourself without putting yourself in too much harm's way or too much criticism right now. Because it's not like you're letting somebody else read it yet, or you're letting somebody else listen to it yet. Right now, it's just you allowing yourself to create. And this is a very broadening, expanded time for you, Virgo. So you're going to need to get those ideas out. Ooh. What do the angels want you to know? You're protected. Inspiration and courage. They always mindfulness. Okay. Let's go. Let's listen to the voices of the spirit guides. Prayer and Archangel Michael is here to protect you. Okay. Mindfulness is the first card out. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. So you're thinking, right? You're using your mind, that mercurial energy, to first think the thought that you want to live, that is equal to the vibration that you want to live in. So it's literally you taking control of your own mind to conduct and influence your external energies. And you'll have the power to do that right now, especially where it concerns this breakthrough with this loved one. There's somebody feeling a lack of love in your space. And there's just a need to communicate and make them feel loved, whether it's you yourself or somebody else. But I think mostly it's you yourself. It's like this sense of But if you feel like, if you've seen your partner grow apart from you, it's because they don't feel loved. They feel criticized and they don't feel good enough. So there is a sense of love them. Just show them love. Don't even question it. Just accept the fact that they feel this way. Don't ask them to justify how they felt this way so that you can criticize and dissect them. Just simply, because you don't want to be criticized and you don't want to be dissected. You just want to be loved. You just want to be loved. Inspiration. A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. And I knew this is inspiration. 100%. From the divine tapping you and saying, hey, Virgo, get this done. A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Listen and take action. This inspiration is from high above. Courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. Whoever is your angel up in heaven, whoever is your spirit guide, they're pushing you because they believe in you and they want you to believe in yourself. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Why won't you ask, Virgo? Why do you think that you have to do this all by yourself? Speak. Ask them for help. They're real. You know it. Take that leap of faith in the fact that they really are around you, even if you can't see them. And cast a prayer out to them. Talk to them. They want to answer your prayers. Blue angel. I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you. All is well. You are divinely protected. You are divinely important. You do not have to have these fears. And last but not least is protection. And that's what came out. I swear to God, you are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. And now this is the protection. Listen, this is in whatever you're feeling most vulnerable in. That's what you're protected in. Whatever you're most scared of right now, that's where their protection is focused. It's not in general. It's they're saying, hey, we're not leaving you alone. We're all around you. We're helping you. We want to help you. In the place where you feel most scared and most exposed, that's when we're most with you. Literally protecting you. So take that leap. Dive in. Dive in. The eternal is waiting for you. Let's articulate. Let's get the details and the specifics over in the extended. The link is below. I'll see you guys there.